Hi everyone, welcome back. Cards. Cards are a great little way of just displaying something really simple, just one or two pieces of data. There's a couple of versions and we'll start with a simple one. So add the card, just a single field, number students. And with no filtering on, it shows us the total number of students in the entire data set. Formatting, use your format painter, that's a good start. The default card settings are to show what's called a category label but no title. To make it consistent with the others, turn off the category label and add a title, in this case total students. You'll notice that as soon as you add the title it picks it up from the formatting from the format painter. The data display is called call out value. Update the font size, and just as we did in the column charts, change display units from auto to none. The other one, constant Power BI updates, and one was a great new version of cards. Just at the bottom there, add new card. We're going to use the same field, number students, and again, format paint. You're all experts at that by now. New cards will take multiple fields, so add another one. Add completion rate and widen the card so you can see it. Notice anything odd? Hopefully. With completion rate being a percentage, it's a bit odd to say we've got a 655,000% completion rate. Yeah, I wish. The default summarization for a number field is always sum. That's because usually with numbers we're adding them up, we're looking for a total. Easy sort that. In the build visual, a little drop down there, change sum to average, and that's a bit more like it. We've now got an average completion rate of 65.08. On the new cards, to turn off the display units auto, you go into call out values, and one series at a time, you change the display units as there. If you want to turn off the category labels, I tend to do that. That's where you find it. The option is just under the values. Just turn off the label there. You know how to add the title by now. Think about it, we've got two fields in here, so I've put total students / average completion rate. And you've got a myriad of other customizations in here. I've put images, I've changed the shape. You can add in multiple ones, you can have multiple rows, columns, and so on. So a wee summary on the cards. Simple one, nice and simple, displaying a single category. But the new cards, much more customization, multiple fields, and so on. Use cards, they're really useful just for, as I say, really emphasizing one piece of data. All right then, so let's have a new page, create a table and add the field college and then number of students. We're then going to pull in number of students, just drag it across into the build visual another twice. And then using that drop down in the build visual, choose rename for this visual and update the first visual to say total number of students. Don't worry, it's changed to the others. We've got them all as sum at the moment. And then on the second one, change sum to average and rename to say average number of students. Then on the third, change from sum to minimum and rename to say minimum number of students. So just using these two fields, we can have quite a lot of detail. So we summary there of summarization. The default is always sum, but not always the right one. Talking of count, yeah, a bit tenuous, but there we go. Click off your table and create a new one. This time college and then SCQF level twice. Then on that first SCQF level, change to count. And on the second one, count distinct. You see the different numbers coming up. Count tells us how many instances there are of SCQF level. Count distinct tells us how many different. our SCQF levels go from 3 to 9, so there's 7 different ones. Count distinct's a really useful one for all sorts of different things. You may have a business with a data set of orders, and you want to know how many orders there are in total, but you may be able to use count distinct to tell me how many different invoices you've had, say, from different customers. Okay, you've seen tables, but we've also got one called matrix. Yeah, apologies for that. Just playing with me images a wee bit there. Nothing to do with Keanu Reeves. So what we'll do is we'll create a table on a new page and region, city, campus, and then number of students. Try and get them in that order. You can always move them around, but we want region at the top, then city, then college, then number of students. As I say, you can always move the fields up and down, and that rearranges your table there. Now, with that, this is, as I say, this is known as a hierarchy. So at the top level, there's region, then there's city, and then there's college. You may have another one, year. So you've got year at the top, month, possibly even quarter, then day, then minute, then second. These are all hierarchies. So select your table and then go to your visualizations pane and change it to a matrix, just right next to it there. Excel experts, you may notice it's starting to look a wee bit like a pivot table, but for this exercise, we want all the fields in the hierarchy in row. So drag them around, but please try and have them in that order. So top level region, city, then college, all in rows. Leave values of number of students. The little plus button there. So the little plus button, you can open up the region. And then you can open it up again if you want, and it will show you how many students are in that college. You can really delve down into the matrices. Close it up and then find the double arrow where it says next level in the hierarchy. Click that once and it'll open up. Click it twice and it'll go right down. But if you use the fork arrow, that'll go down one level, but this time the whole lot's going to be shown. In this screenshot, as it says, I've used both levels, so everything's there. Your finished Power BI is interactive, so when you send it off to the user, they can really delve down into your various charts without your dashboard being messy. But it's not just a matrix. Select the matrix, turn it into a clustered column chart, resize so you can see what's going on. And you'll notice that you've also got the arrows at the top there, and you can delve right down into it. As it says, in this case, there is only one college per city and city per region, but hopefully you can see this multi-level. Right, we're going to have a go at your first dashboard. And the trick is, we'll start by creating all the charts, and then it's tidy up. See how consistently we can make it. So just start creating these charts. Don't worry about making them pretty. First page, call it first dashboard, and your first one's a matrix, college rows, columns delivery method, values, number of students. Click off for the next one. And the second visual, just a card, just a simple one, completion rate, and update the field to average. Click off so it's not selected. Third one, clustered column chart. X-axis college, Y-axis number of students, leave as sum, legend, SCQF level. Click off so it's not active. And your fourth visual, clustered bar chart, beg your pardon. X-axis number of students, Y-axis college, legend, year. Fifth one, matrix, rows, college, then course name, columns, SCQF level, values, number of students. Sixth visual, tree map, we've not used that, let's see. Category course name, details, SCQF level, values, number of students. And the last one, a line graph, x-axis year, y-axis number of students, legend, SCQF level. What a mess. Exactly. If you were given that, what would your thoughts be? You can't make head or tail of it. So this is your job. Try and tidy it up a bit. The way I look at it, the way I approach it, I sort the titles first, think about colour choice throughout, how much detail you need, consistent, clear. Let's see what we can do. Always remember, the end user will not be the expert you are. He will have seen the data before. Never assume the end user's prior knowledge. You'll also find when you click one of the fields, these are all connected dynamically. You'll activate filters. You'll soon get used to it. Just double click that again and the filter will come off. Here's one example. Here's one I made earlier. That took me about 30 minutes. So, you know, it's not a quick process, but it's worthwhile taking the time to do it. See how you get on. All right. Thanks very much. Let's see how you get on with that one, and we'll come back for another one in a wee minute. Thank you. Bye bye now.